Ready.
Live on Does Football Stand. Welcome if you have just joined. Welcome to take 2, should I say, of this stream. Obviously, the last time I tried to stream, we did end up getting a call, and it was a bit of an important one, so I did have to answer it. So I decided to restart the stream. Restarting the stream. Obviously, today, thank you very much for joining, guys. I am Dowell Johnson, your host from Middlesbrough, North East of England today. Obviously, your host of Does Football Stand, as always. So today I'm going to be talking about the Manchester United versus Brighton and Hove Albion game. This is the preview for the United v Brighton and Hove Albion game. Get your predictions and your comments in the live chat. And obviously please drop a like, it's very much appreciated. And I will also be talking about Fred's position. Will Fred start in the starting 11? Or will Jose Mourinho go for a different centre mid? That's what we're going to be discussing today, and obviously we are discussing it with a guest who comes in, King from the Man United fan stand. Obviously this could be about a 20-minute stream, but obviously King only has 15 minutes, so he said he only has 15 minutes or so, or was it till half past, I think he said. But obviously, if he does, obviously, that's fine. If he has to disappear, that is absolutely fine, because I can carry on and saying all this. But before we start with...
I think I'll be able to do it at the end.
Yeah. Before we start with King's, King's thoughts and stuff, I just want to say this could be a back to the wall game, possibly for United. The last game, obviously, we won 2-1 at home to Leicester City. That was the first game of the season, which Fred did pretty decent in that game. He did surprise me with a couple of, he did surprise a lot of fans. When he came to United and came into that game, I'm thinking, he's in the starting lineup. I don't think he's going to do very well. It would have been the first game of the season for him. But turns out he did pretty well. So, he did decent. There's a watch along tomorrow for the United game. The kickoff's at 4 o'clock. Now, we've not won at the Amex. We didn't win last season at the Amex Stadium. We ended up losing 1-0 to, obviously, Brighton. We ended up losing 1-0 there last season. And it was a game where it could have gone either way. It was it was a bit of a controversial goal line. Goal line technology said it was given it as a goal, but hopefully that doesn't happen this time. I think United will win. But yeah, King, first of all, I want to get your thoughts on Fred. Do you think Fred will start in the starting lineup?
Yeah, I think Fred will start, and he obviously needs to start from the way that he played against Leicester. Definitely, he had a really, really good game against Leicester. He had a good game for a debut. Overall, he played good. He didn't play amazing or anything. He played good. He played good, but he was amazing for a debut. For someone who came from the Ukrainian League to Manchester United, to one of the biggest clubs in England at the moment.
Yeah.
And so fair play to him, because he did really, really well.
Definitely. Like you said, he did very well in the obviously the first game of the season. It was his first ever game in the Premier League. And you compare the Premier League to the Ukrainian League. The Premier League's a much tougher division, tougher league, for a player from the Ukrainian League to come in. The Ukrainian League, I would say, is a pretty simple league for Shakhtar Donetsk. I think there's only one or two good teams. I think the only good teams that are in the Ukrainian League are Dnipro, Shakhtar Donetsk, obviously, and I think Dynamo Kiev. So there's not that many Ukrainian teams that are very good. But if I did miss any Ukrainian team out, please let me know in the live chat. So I'm not very good when it comes to the Ukrainian League. What were you saying?
Yeah, I think that's all the Ukrainian teams, probably. My score prediction is 2-0 to us.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And I think Pogba and Lukaku are going to score. And I think Fred have a good game. I think Rashford and Fred are going to assist those goals. Hopefully Rashford's playing, because I think Rashford needs to start. And obviously, same as Fred, he needs to start as well.
definitely. I mean, I was going to say my prediction, same again, is 2-0 United. My prediction's 2-0 United. I think, although we had a bit of a disappointing game last season against Brighton over Albion, yes, thank you for joining now, Richard. Thank you very much for joining. If you haven't already, guys, please drop a like. It'd be very much appreciated. Yes, I know Chelsea won, mate. But that was last season, as I was saying. We lost 1-0 there last season. That was last season. Yeah. That season's gone. Nothing's happened. Brighton to win 18-0. You're having a laugh, mate. Never going to happen. I think I've got faith on this United team. We've got a strong lineup. Got a strong team. Obviously, we beat Leicester City, but they weren't the best in that game. And Brighton, obviously, coming away after... They're coming into this game after losing 2-0 at Watford. In what I watched the highlights, and they were absolutely disgustingly poor. They were absolutely diabolical. It was absolutely shocking from them. And I think the fact that we're coming into this game after winning 2-1, I think we have more hope and stuff for the team. Yeah, 2-0, as I said. I think Lukaku will get on the score sheet. I'd like to say Fred would score, but I'm not expecting too much from him in these first couple of games. So, pretty much the same as what King has said, Lukaku and Pogba with the goals. Do you think I think Pogba plays better as the captain. I think he does a lot better when he's the captaincy role.
Yeah, I think he'll play better as captain. And as I think I said earlier on the United fan stand, I think if Mourinho keeps on playing him as Manchester United captain, I think that's a sign that Paul Pogba has at least like another 2 seasons at Manchester United or something.
Yeah. I'm just looking at this thing that one of the commentators on Match of the Day, Jonathan Peters, here says, Brighton's 1-0 win over United in May came through a cohesive spirit and buoyant optimism that characterised their season. Conversely, Jose Mourinho's post-match criticism of his players typified the disgruntled, divisive mood that seems to have festered on. A lot of weird words here. But that victory is Brighton's only success in 11 league and cup games. They were obviously disturbingly poor at Watford. The Seagulls took 4 matches to land their first Premier League win last term, and with Liverpool to come, it might take them as long again this time round. New signings need to hit the ground running. Mourinho's body language camouflaged a patchy win over Leicester and raised questions about his long-term future. But results change everything. I can see United making it 2 opening wins from 2 for the 4th season running. Jose Mourinho here on Paul Pogba has said this. Jose Mourinho here on Paul Pogba has said the truth is we are together for 2 years and a couple of weeks. And I've never been so happy with him as I am now. That's the truth. I cannot demand more from him. I cannot ask more from him. So it shows that Jose Mourinho actually has a good relationship with Paul Pogba. But for some reason, he doesn't have a good relationship with Martial. Let alone, Martial is the same language as Flaming. It's the same language as Paul Pogba. They're both French. But we're just going to go to the live chat just before we get some thoughts from King. Welcome to Nick Muller. Thank you very much for joining. Alan says I'm a commentator on Match of the Day. Nick Muller says I'm watching the championship on Quest. QBR lost 7-1. Yes, I know. It was a bit of a shocking game, that, I tell you. United. Yeah, West Brom won 7-1.
Wow.
That was a championship game. They won riot. They better not do that against Boa. But I don't think they have any chance of doing it. United lads, thank you very much for joining the stream. I believe this is Luke saying we just saw a pod of dolphins. Pretty sight. Owen here says, hey Nick Muller, yeah, I know, right, it is shocking. And obviously United lads have gone with the same score as me and King with 2-0 United. So, whilst, so mainly, well, what are your thoughts on Paul Pogba whilst I write down these predictions that keep coming through?
Paul Pogba, think. Yeah, he should be playing as Manchester United captain because he plays better as Manchester United captain. I think it gives him an absolute massive boost as well, though, and that's good. And Paul Pogba as Manchester United captain, he's loads better than Valencia and stuff because Valencia doesn't really know much English. But Paul Pogba, he's a player who's very talking no matter what. So yeah, I think Paul Pogba he should be Manchester United captain. Definitely.
I think he plays better under the captaincy wall, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Stream stopped on your... No, it hasn't. The stream's not stopped. I don't know. But yeah, obviously, I think obviously, when you look at Paul Pogba, I think he does a lot better as the captaincy wall. He can definitely shows that he can cope under that. He can cope under the wall. I think Fred's going to have an interesting game. I mean, what were your thoughts on Fred on that after the first game?
He played well against Leicester, and because he played really well against Leicester, I think there's a lot more to see from him. Now, we're definitely now going to see a lot better from him and stuff. So yeah, I think that's good, and it's really good and it's really good for us Manchester United fans to witness that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I think Fred's got a lot of potential in him. Obviously, as we all know, it's going to take time for Fred to actually cope under the pressure and stuff. He did pretty well, on, in the game against Leicester. But that was his first game. He's got a lot more time to improve. I think by the end of October, he could become a world-class Manchester United player. Just going to have a look at some of the comments here. United Lad says, Posh are top of League One. He's run about Peterborough United. Yes, I know. Doing well at the minute, aren't they? Blah, de, blah. They'll do it against Borough not. That's what I said. 17 subs to 300. Yes, on the road to 300, guys. Crazy Gamer plays PS4. Thanks very much for joining. He says 0-0. Thank you very much for Exchange Game in the 11 players as well. Who's joined as well. I forgot to mention. He says 1-0 to United. Well, I'm getting a lot of predictions coming in here. I'll keep getting notifications. This is annoying. I mean, what are your thoughts on Brighton and Hove Albion? They might not have had. I know they've had a bit of a crap start of the season, but I mean, they've always got time to improve, don't they?
Yeah. Well, everyone knows Brighton. They're good on the break. So as soon as if Alexis Sanchez is playing, because he kept on passing the ball to Leicester, and if he does that against Brighton, then we could witness Brighton on the attack scoring a few goals. But I think our defenders should. I think our back four should be Luke Shaw, Bailey, Lindelof, and Valencia definitely. But I think because some people don't really think Brighton are that good, but they're good on the break. So I think we need to watch out for them on the break, definitely. If we can't mess. They are a team that we can't mess with, though. But we've definitely got the quality. We've definitely got more quality, and I think we are going to beat them. We got more quality. Our players are better, and they haven't got any players who are better than our players. All of our players are better than theirs, even Mona and Fellaini. So.
And yet, in your last stream, you was. And then again, in your stream, you were saying that Fellaini was no good.
Yeah, but I think he's better than all the Brighton players there. Well, most of them. But he's no good to comparing him to all these Premier League. Well, most of all the Premier League players. Well, he's no good comparing him to Manchester United. He's no good for one of the the top team in the Premier League. He's no good for us because we are we're a massive team, and Fellaini he just can't take the pressure. He's not good enough.
Yeah. Blah blah blah.
But yeah, you're right. Fellaini is a joke, but he's better than all the Brighton players. But he's not United. He's not Manchester United quality. Nowhere near. And I don't think he will be.
And let us know in the live chat as well. Let us know what you think of the topic. The topic is: will Fred start for Manchester United tomorrow? That's the main question that I'm asking. Let us know in the live chat what you think. Let us your prediction in the live chat as well. I keep getting this call and I'm sending it to voicemail because I've already told him I'm busy at the minute. Basically, we're discussing the fact. I think Fred will start because he's doing pretty well. But what do you think in the live chat? Let us know in the live chat. Yeah, well, I'm just writing down my predicted lineup at the minute, so I'll ask you another thing whilst I'm doing this. Chris Houghton here has said the last game against them was our last one at home, and our fans will rightly remember it. Well, that's no surprise. The supporters have been excellent, and we know they'll be great again this weekend. Now, when you look at Brighton, they when they played against us, the goal that they scored, although it might have been controversial, it was a goal on the attack. It was on the counter-attack.
Yeah.
Now, it'd be stupid to make a mistake. Your thoughts on, what were your thoughts like after the Leicester City game? I mean, not just on Fred, but apart from Fred, who do you think deserves to start in the starting 11 tomorrow?
Well, Paul Pogba definitely. Luke Shaw, Bailey, Lindelof. I think Pereira deserves to start. I think most of the team deserves to start, really. I think Rashford, he deserves to start again. I think Mata should get out because I think Martial should take over one Mata, definitely. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of the team should be starting apart from Mata and Sanchez.
Definitely, yeah. And I've just whilst you were saying that, I've wrote down my predicted lineup. It won't be very clear on it, but I will let you know here. I've gone for the same formation as last week, the 4-3-3 formation that we played last week.
Yeah.
Now, I think buzz off, ow, buzz off fly. A bloody fly flying around, trying to hit myself in the head. Silly thing to do. I think obviously there's going to be two changes that Jose Mourinho's going to make. Jose's going to make two changes, I think. And I'll tell you who it's going to be. So I think obviously in goal we're going to have David De Gea as usual. He's our he's our best goalkeeper. That was why he won our Player of the Season. If you haven't already, please drop a like. It'd be very much appreciated. And obviously, yeah, I've got your prediction, Nick. So De Gea in goal. Obviously back four. Luke Shaw, who obviously scored in the last game, definitely think that he deserves to play in pretty much every game. I think he's better than Ashley Young, but obviously we'll come on to that in a minute. After I've done all this, obviously, I can't do this. And obviously the two centre backs, obviously Lindelof and Bailey. I think the partnership between them two was absolutely excellent in the last game, and I think the relationship between those two as centre backs, I think they'll improve definitely as a pair. I've gone for right back now. I've changed. This is where one of the changes comes in. I think Damian will be dropped to the bench. I don't think he's very good, and obviously Antonio Valencia. I think. Is he available? Let me see.
I think he might be.
Valencia is absent.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, there goes my predicted lineup then.
Oh,
Right,
God.
so forget Valencia.
Hopefully
Right, I apologise. I actually didn't notice that Valencia will still be. Valencia's still absent. Right, so we've changed it again. So there's only going to be one change. Right, Damian, obviously right back.
Dalot's not there. Parrot.
So there's only Damien.
Oh no. At least it's not young. We can't have young.
You know, the three in front obviously same as before. Pogba, Andres Pereira, I think he did very well, and I think he could become a good player. And obviously Fred, I think Fred will definitely start. He deserves it after the last game, played very well. The front three, one change. Juan Mata's going to be on the right mid. Sanchez is going to be on the left wing. I don't think Martial's going to play. He never gets played. I think he'd be lucky if he even came on the pitch at the 80th minute. So he gets no chance. And up front, it was an interesting one. I don't think Marcus Rashford's any good as the number 10. He doesn't deserve number 10 because I don't think he's good as number 10. I don't think he's good up front. And for that reason, I've changed him and I've put Lukaku in for some more better attacking. I mean, no offence to Rashford. I mean, he's decent, but the only issue with him up front is he's not clinical enough. So that is my predicted lineup, the 4-3-3 formation as usual. Just before we come back to some more stuff, if we even have any more stuff, just going to have a look at some of the things. I'm going to have to go back up quite a lot because I missed quite a lot of stuff. The guy on Skype is King from the Man United fan stand. Blah, blah, blah. My stream got took down today because by YouTube, so I have a copyright strike or something. I don't know why I got one though, as I've done nothing wrong, as the streams are the same every single weekend. So I have now appealed to it by emailing them. Oh, you can't. I did forget to tell them this. When you try and send an email to YouTube, if you try and reply to, the email that sent you the copyright claim, the email doesn't send. You can't send an email back to them. Because I tried it once. Fellaini's one of the crappiest players, and I do not think Fred will start and he will be on the bench. Nah, I don't think so. YouTube is such a beep. Yes, right. Blah, 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 blah. Fred will start. Rashford shouldn't start, says DLM. Football fan 148 says, do you think we could do a live stream together either tomorrow morning? That's a message to DLM. Oh! So DLM 75 apparently has been banned from streaming. Bit stupid. Still not the point I'm expecting on 3 months. Alright. United Posh are at the top at the moment. 9 points out of 9. Good start for them. Yes, I am a Middlesbrough fan, but I also support United and Bayern. So, and this is a Man United, Bayern and Boa channel, so you get a mix of things. How can I support 3 teams? It's easy. It's easy. But yeah, I'd say keep getting your predictions in the live chat. Obviously, whoops, daisy. Oops. Oh, I keep getting these notifications here and there. This is annoying. We are. Oh, what up? My controller didn't turn off either. Right. I was also going to say we're currently 10th. We're mid-table in the league, mainly because of.
I'm not that bothered. It's only first game, but
Yeah,
we need to be scoring
definitely.
more goals.
Definitely, yeah.
So we need Lukaku playing.
Yeah, I mean, are you one of those guys? And let me know if you're this side, left side or right side. So, are you the left side where you don't care how good or bad United play, but you just care about the result? Or are you on the right hand side where you think however we play, if we play good or bad, the result will determine on how good or bad we play?
I don't know. I think I'm on the left side, to be honest. Actually, I think I'm kind of both. I think I'm both.
Yeah, well, I definitely. I mean, I'm. Well, if I was going to say that I am, I'm left-hand side, to be honest with you. I'm the guy who thinks, you know, it's going to be, you know, who cares on how good or bad the actual game is. I don't care how good or bad we play, as long as we get the results. The 3 points is the important thing at the end of the day. 3 points does it. Welcome to Mike Loudon, who's joined. Thank you very much for joining. Obviously, Boa fan.
I agree, actually. I'm left. I just want to win games. I just want the title. Simple as. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm left.
Welcome to Mike Loudon, who's joined. Thanks very much for joining. Blah, blah. If you haven't already, guys, please drop a like. Very much appreciated. DLM75 here says he probably has the same team like on Friday, but we place Rashford and with Romelu Lukaku. United lad says one more and we're at 350. Bloody hell! Last time I checked, you were only 337. So, who's your favourite team out of the 3? Well, I go to more Borough. I go to Borough games mainly because I'm a Borough season ticket holder. You seriously push your luck to try and get a Manchester United ticket. I can never get one. I've tried before and never get it. But
also, the thing is that I want to play good football though with Manchester United. I want us to play good football, and I think it's important that we do. But I just want to win the league. That's all I really want at the moment.
Yeah.
So this season, I think we just need to try and go on and win the league. And then next season, I think we just need to focus on entertaining football. But we still obviously need the trophy though, don't we?
Oh, definitely.
But I think this season's the season where we need to win the league. But we have to win the league next season as well. But I think next season's, that's the season where we have to finish, where we need to focus on the way we play. But yeah, as I said, we obviously need to try and win it next season as well. But yeah.
What do you mean we can't have everything? King of, mate. He's making these points.
Yeah, we can't win everything. We can't win everything.
We can't win everything. Well, we won't win everything, to be honest with you. I can tell you now, we won't win the Champions League because we never do. But you never know. You never know. There's enough time. Champions League hasn't even started yet. Anyway, as I was going to say, was something I was going to say and I forgot what I was going to say. I'm hoping to see a bit of an improvement from the last game, because the last game, obviously Leicester City 2-1 win at home. From the kickoff, we attacked, we did pretty well, got the penalty. Soon as the penalty went in, we defended and we had a pretty lacklustrous first half. Pretty poor. We were lucky not to concede 3 goals, I think, but David De Gea was the goalkeeper. Player of the season, that's right. Second half, again, was lacklustre until Romelu Lukaku came on, and then it made it more entertaining. And then obviously Luke Shaw got the goal, which we thought was going to seal the deal. And that was until the 92nd minute, where Jamie Vardy popped in with a sneaky goal. And in case anyone wonders whether that goal was offside or not, I thought it was offside, and then I looked at the replay about 17 times and realised that Eric Bailly actually played him onside only just. It was very, very tight. But yeah, anyways, is there any more points you want to make?
I forgot now. Wait, hang on. So, I think Anders Pereira should be playing. I think, Anders Pereira and Fred, they work really well together. And what are your thoughts on Pereira and Fred?
I think they're 2 very good defenders. They're strong. They don't have that. They don't have very good Premier League experience in them. But they are very good talent, and I think in the future they could become top United players. Now, people have asked me, people have asked me before where, people think, if you obviously a United fan and there's some, obviously Fred's coming in and stuff. I got asked this a bit earlier on by one other United fan. I can't remember who it was. I just saw him on the street, he saw me, and he said, if there's... trying to be like a notification. Basically, he said, if you know, when it comes to tomorrow's game, would you play Fred, who has pretty much next to nothing experience in the Premier League, but has good talent, or would you change him and play someone who has a lot of Premier League experience, but might not have that much talent, if you know what I mean? So many different switched rounds. So I said, well, it's a difficult question to answer, to be honest with you. And I'm like, but if I was going to be truthfully honest, I would rather go for more Premier League experience over talent. But, you know, a lot of the times doing that, it sometimes backfires on you. So I went for the safer route, and I said I'd rather have talent. You see, it was a difficult question, and I was like 50-50 with it. So, I was pretty muddled up on how to answer it. But if you have any ideas of what you would have gone for, let me know in the live chat, or let me know in the comment section if you're watching this as a video. But we are going to end the stream here. It's United against Brighton tomorrow, obviously. Yeah, thanks very much, United lads. Thanks very much. Obviously, Amex Stadium tomorrow. One of United's bit of a United bogey stadium, but you know we might change it up. Hopefully, we'll get a win. And obviously, thank you very much to King Oz for being on today. And hopefully, United can win. 2-0 my prediction. Thank you all for your predictions in the live chat. You have, well, if you want to put your predictions in the comment section, you have till kick-off tomorrow, which is 4 p.m, to get your predictions in the comment section. And obviously, I'll see you for the watch-along starting at 4:45. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.